Can't walk very far in these parts without being greeted with a War Eagle. And boy, do they hope it will be a joyous one today. Welcome to Jordan-Hare Stadium and the home of the Auburn Tigers. This matchup today, part of the lifeblood of the sport. A rivalry game where the results will be remembered for a lifetime. As we'll see the #2 team in the country, the LSU Tigers, taking on a fellow SEC opponent, the Auburn Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. LSU ready to kick it away to get things started. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes the offense on first down. The give. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Loss of 1 on the play. Brings up second down.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the right. He makes a catch. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
Must be nice for this quarterback knowing he's got this type of athlete playing the guy who can stretch it vertically as well, but this is a guy the QB will look for early and often in this game.
Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Eight-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and short. Snap it to the back. They'll make the stop at the 42. It's a pickup of 5, and that will be enough for a first down. Auburn to the line in a hurry. There's a rich tradition of running the football at Auburn, from James Brooks, Joe Cribbs, Bo Jackson, all kinds of running room. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
Auburn comes to the line with a 1st and goal. The snap sets up the throw. Zone. Touchdown, Tigers! Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. And they capped the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Oh, it's a reverse. Just wanted to find a little space to run and ekes out some to get it up to the 21. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. He's going up top. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
He'll field the punt and try to make a big play. And the returner is stopped. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. Put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills, and they've got it at the receiver position. So if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
After the quarterback and receiver couldn't connect, it's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
Looking to pick up a 1st down on 3rd and short from the 43. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. They'll finally get him on 1st down.
Well, with the weapons this offense has, you knew it was just a matter of time in the run game before someone was going to break a long one. They've just been running into a wall. They just couldn't seem to find their creases and get enough.
Oh, what a grab by the defense. Was looking for a little more daylight for a big return, but he'll settle for the pick and setting his offense up at the 24.
Rain, sleet, snow, sun shining. I don't care. I get interceptions. Give me that rock.
To the air on 1st down. Looking for a huge play. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on 1st down. These guys have really performed at a high level in SEC play, and the task is to try to keep this groove going.
Yeah, when you start the season like this, man, this is exactly what you drew up. Win your conference. Be great in your conference. Get to the conference championship. I'm not putting the cart before the horse, Palmer, but great start.
No doubt. To win the SEC is a long road. You know about that. I know about that.
Can anyone catch him? At the 30. He's at the 10. And he'll take it all the way. They couldn't bring him down. Touchdown, Tigers. You're not going to keep the lid on this guy forever. Sooner or later, he's going to get loose.
He is. He's a bad mother. Shut your mouth. I mean, this dude can make plays. That's why you keep feeding it to him, because at some point, he's going to break it loose and make a huge play.
And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays, and I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw at this drive.
Got 6 on 1st down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. To the tight end. And the Tigers are stopped, but not before getting it past the sticks. They saw that blitz coming, and the way to get out of it is find the tight end.
Yeah, how quick did he see that, too? Sees the blitz, understands this is a matchup where I got my big tight end, the big fella I trust. I'm going to find that matchup, get him the football for the 1st down.
Looking to move it through the air. Finds his man. It's Jones. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. He's looking to throw it. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down. The biggest lie college football coaches tell is nameless, faceless opponent. David, game like this, you know their name and you know their face.
You know them well, and it does mean just a little bit more because it's bragging rights. Like, the rivalries matter so much all throughout the year. All the fans talking about this game in particular, that's why it means more, and that's why these players will be jacked out of their minds.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
The defense trying to get a stop on third down from the 44. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking down the middle. Fires the pass, intercepted. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
Wide receiver shows motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. We had a barn burner the last time these two teams played, and no reason to expect anything else between these two bitter rivals.
Attention to detail, and I think the sense of urgency, David, in a game like this just goes way up.
And I think managing the emotions in these type of games, you know last year was a classic. Now you're trying to form this year's identity of this team and go out and get a win in a big-time rivalry game.
Third down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding it.
And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. The Tigers bringing the heat the way Andre Bruce did back in the day.
And they just find those big, nasty and get after quarterbacks. It's one of the staples of these Auburn teams all throughout the years.
They'll leave it with him. Pulled down for the tackle. That first quarter set the standard, and we hope we get a lot more of that here in the second. Now facing a third down as they line up after the break. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Running with power. Really nice, patient job to find some running room by this junior. He just broke the century mark. 100 yards on the ground, and he's been terrific all season, ranking in the top 10 in rushing. LSU moving quickly, going to work again on first down. Here comes the option.
Don't you love energetic defenses that fly around and make things happen? The ones that get in the backfield, the running back tries to go somewhere. Where do you want him to go? There is nowhere to go. Nice job by the defense, creating the tackle for a loss on first down.
The give out of the gun. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
From the gun, they'll try the middle. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, LSU! On to attempt the try. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
LSU 14, Auburn 7.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive that made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. From the gun, the running back has it. Turns it on in midfield. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it.
You know, in the SEC, you're going to have to run the football if you're going to win games. You can go on and on talking about great Auburn running backs back in the day, but right here, right now, if this team's going to win an SEC championship, they need to force feed this guy the football and let him.
And that is interception number 3 on the day. Looking for more room. He steps out of bounds, but not only does he get the ball back, what a return to set up his offense.
Well, the free safety's just sitting back there deep in cover 3. He's got zone. He's got middle field responsibility. Just watching the quarterback's eyes. He reads the throw, breaks on it. That's just too easy for him.
The toss to the outside. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. And it is a chunk play. A huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end.
What a run. Great speed, great vision, elusiveness, and David, he's tackled down close to the goal line.
Yeah, and this offense, when you can run the football like this, man, you will have success, especially in the red zone, trying to get touchdowns.
And they'll finally track him down and shove him out at the 2.
Want to talk about a monster performance? This guy now has 150 yards rushing. The defense has had no answer for this guy, and he's shown you why he is such a weapon.
He makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, LSU. That touchdown puts them up by at least 2 scores. Too early to say it's over? Probably, but boy, it's starting to feel that way.
It might not be over, but you're in trouble, and you better find some answers really, really quickly. This team is putting everything together, and right now you got nothing going. Come on, give me something.
And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here and make something happen on this side of the football.
Trying to find his man on 1st down. Snagged in the middle. It's Moncrief. Makes the catch and knocked down.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Still some work to do after that last completion at 2nd down. To the ground with the back. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
3rd and short now. They snap it from their own 46. Direct snap. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the 1st down at the 36.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
The Tigers are flying down the field. Going up top on 1st down. They've got the screen set up. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there.
Man, on those screen passes, I want those defensive linemen to run right up the field, and I want to throw it right over their head where I got some space and I can get my running back going. That is the opposite of what happened right there. There was no space. He couldn't even get going.
And he's got it inside the 15-yard line.
It's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work his route.
Auburn ready to go back to work after getting another first down. From the gun, running back gets to give. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, they're trying to get that run play going to the outside, but it's the defensive end who does a great job winning his one-on-one and forcing the negative play.
We've reached the at least have something to feel good about going into halftime. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
This offense just has to find a way to find a rhythm here. They're playing at home, and they want this crowd to stay involved and be an asset in the game, but they need to start making plays. They can't keep throwing incompletions this early.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on first and goal. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
Now, a fourth down.
Fourth down and 4 yards to go. The offense will try to get it. Pulls and throws off the RPO. Will not be able to turn the corner. He was fighting for that yardage, and he is stopped short. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They've been the height of efficiency here in the first half, David, and you've got to think they're going to try to click it right down the field here. Hit the gas, kid, wide open ahead. The 40, the 20, and he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead.
That's the kind of play that might happen only one time in your life if you're lucky. It's like a hole-in-one in golf. Pollock, a 99-yard touchdown run.
When you get almost 100 yards on the day, you're happy. But when you get it on one carry, it's even better. They give it to him. Once he gets past that second level, no one catches him all the way to the house. 99 yards.
And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously.
And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. And the senior just snatched the ball out of the air and gave it back to his offense.
It's all about making plays, and this guy's been waiting to make his mark on this team. He gets his first interception of the season, and what a momentum-changing play for his team.
Fires to the middle. Intercepted. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Zone equals odds. When I say that, DBs, linebackers, all covering the middle of the field. So many guys over the middle of the field trying to take away the easy stuff, but reading the quarterback's eyes the whole time. Whenever he breaks to throw that football and that hand separates from the ball, I'm breaking on it, and you can tell they had a beat on it. Nice cut, nice instincts. Give me that INT.
Got his man. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Big play out of the gate to start this drive, and here they come again. He'll come out throwing on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
Here comes the offense on second down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Complete to the right. He'll work his way down to the 28. Auburn lines up quickly. Wants to throw on first down. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. That offense having to deal with the last thing you want on first down, giving up a sack as they come up to the line on second down. He's looking to throw. Pressure coming. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
I know it's early in this game, but, man, this defense has had their number. They've done a great job, already built a huge lead, now getting this offense in a situation where they got to pass the football, and they better protect their quarterback better than they are right now.
Trying to make magic on the scramble. And he couldn't find quite enough running room to reach the line to gain. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Now on fourth down, here comes the field goal team. And that is no good. Couldn't find the range on the field goal, couldn't cut into the deficit, and they are still down by 21. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. He'll start this drive firing. The throw. Working the middle. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. Just a few seconds to go here in the first half, and they'll send out the field goal team. Tried to give it enough body English, but he missed it. After the missed field goal, hey, could be worse. It's still up by 21. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. Auburn ready to boot it deep to start the second half. And he's coming out of the end zone. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. On the option. Shakes off the defender. On the move is the 30. And there they go again. Another huge gain on the ground. And he has got it rolling. He may be running toward that Bayou Bengal record book. Tyron Davis-Price, Leonard Fournette in that single-game rushing record territory.
Yeah, and that means you're having a heck of a day. That means you're showing off all the goods, too, with speed and being able to break tackles. And this defense knows they're running the football, but this LSU run game is too dynamic right now.
That big explosive play carries them into plus territory. They'll snap it 1st and 10 from just across the 50. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Now on second down. On the gun, running back on the move. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
Well, this offense came into the game knowing they wanted to be physical, they wanted to establish the line of scrimmage, and they're running downhill right at this defense, and they're churning out positive yardage early.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes.
That's the way you answer your halftime speech. You gave up a lot of points in that first half. What did the defense do? The first possession, you set the tone in the second half. Get the big stop, get the big sack. Really nice answer by this defense.
Signals for the fair catch, and that's where they'll put it in play just outside the 20. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But Palmer, I think you have to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute at a higher level.
They'll throw it on first down. Grabbed behind the line. It's Moncrief.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Picked up some yardage with that completion. Now second down. He's looking to throw. Fires to the middle. It's caught downfield.
There's a great example of the offensive coordinator and quarterback being on the exact same page. The coordinator's anticipating man coverage. The quarterback recognizes it, and immediately he knows which receiver to go to attack this defense.
Here comes Auburn to the line on 1st and 10. Looking to throw it again. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
All right, you dug yourself a little bit of a hole offensively. You know you're going to have to throw it here in the second half. You're going to have to make sure, though, you do a better job up front with your pass pro. You got to keep your quarterback standing upright.
It's a fumble. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own. Split backs here. They'll try the run. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And the defense is going to have more plays like that. He has had a ball game so far, running wild all day long. Defense finally comes up with a stop. Maybe get a little momentum here.
Over 100 yards already in this game. So if I'm on defense here, I'm adding more guys to the box, anticipating that they're going to continue to give this guy touches today.
He's looking deep. He's got it inside the 25. Touchdown, Tigers. And the stomping has commenced. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, and so this defense now is juiced. They're excited and ready to go. So this offense, David, they've got to get something going.
Yeah, those turnovers can be contagious, man. It gets you excited, and then when your offense takes it down the field and does something with it, this offense better be ready to play against a motivated defense.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. They go to the ground. That'll be a gain of about 7, leaves him with 3rd and 3.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. Looking to throw for it. Trying to get to it. Nowhere to go, and the ball's loose. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
You know, as quarterbacks, you've got to be good in the pocket. Even when things are collapsing and you've got guys swiping at it, you've got to have two hands on the football. Didn't do a really good job with ball security there, and that led to the fumble.
They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Looking for the end zone. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot. And the Tigers in the hurry-up.
Well, the quarterback knew where he wanted to go with the ball. His intended target just wasn't open, so the quarterback made sure he put that football in the stands.
They'll give him one to the 28-yard line. A little less room to work with now as the ball's at the 28 and it's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires complete on the crosser. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer.
Got enough space. Gets it into the end zone, but there's a flag down. We'll see if this one is coming back. On 1st down, here comes this offense. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Bulldoze ahead. He's down at the 18 after picking up 5.
This defense has got to get better at tackling in the open field or gang tackling, because if you need 3 or 4 guys to bring a guy down, have fun with that.
The pitch. Plows ahead for a pickup of 4 down to the 14. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on 3rd. Takes a hit as he fires. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. Now on 4th down and 5, they'll try to move the chains. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He's got it on the move. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down?
They decided to go for it. They decided to be aggressive, try to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback, not on the same page. No dice, turnover on downs.
Takes the handoff, and he's going right. Can't get him to the ground. Just shedding tackles. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on 1st down, make that 2nd down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
That kind of pickup on 1st down, and you can take a shot here on 2nd and short. The give on the inside. Keeps the legs moving. They knock him down, but not before he picks up a 1st down for Auburn.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride. They want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the 1st.
They're trying to get to him. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Yeah, and unfortunately, this guy's been beat like a drum. He's been hit, sacked a bunch of times already, and another hit right here. I'm literally looking at my offensive line and be like, dude, I need some more time. You got to protect me better than this. Give me a chance to complete some passes.
Getting that push, a pickup of 4 out to the 26.
Brings up 3rd down.
I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive 4th quarter comeback.
LSU 35, Auburn 7.
They've changed ends of the field, now facing 3rd down as they go back to work. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the right. He's got it. He's off to the races. He's at the 30. He is feeling it. A huge play. Almost took it to the house, but they got him at the 24.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, his coaching staff is still trying to find explosive play like that. Maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
The incomplete pass leaves him with second down.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions.
A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Auburn! And they made it to the house when they found that 6 points waiting.
Nice pitch, nice catch, and listen, maybe this helps next game, right? Like, we're trying to find a rhythm, find something that works, find somebody to go to, and this offense is struggling. You're down by 1,000, but I like that they continue to fight.
Might have to give that coach a flag and a whistle. He was right on in his view of the play, and the officials agree and overturn the call. They're going to throw it again. Fires to the wideout. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
Dumps it to the back. And that is his 5th interception. If he comes out to try for 6, he'll be lucky. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's 4th down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage.
And that ball's free behind the line. Oh, and he gets it back, so you can file that one under. Could have been worse.
You know, and these running backs have to keep 5 points of pressure on the ball, especially against this defense that prides themselves on creating takeaways. And the offense, real lucky they jumped on that one.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. He's looking to throw. Oh, it's a pass. It's incomplete. Trying a little razzle-dazzle there, but it'll be 3rd down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the 1st down.
Man, those hurt for a defense because you got them in 3rd and long, right where you want them. They're thinking pass, pass, pass. They sneak the run in there. Now they got a 4th and short situation. First thing, I'm always watching the football. Now getting ready for the run game, the short passing game, the play action game.
Brought down, but looks as if LSU will pick up the 1st down.
Gotta love the physicality on 4th down and short. You know what's coming. They hand the football off to the running back. No secret, but he plays physical, gets behind his pads, and gets the 1st one.
And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain.
Big reason why his team has the lead right now late is because of his performance running the football. Well over 100 yards in this game. They knew that they were going to have to really put a lot of pressure on him. He'd have to shoulder the load, and he has delivered for his offense all game long.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Nice, solid 4th tackle from this sophomore. 7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. They'll run play action. Deep shot for the end zone. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. Trying to take it back. He is finally out of bounds, but he was smelling that end zone on that return.
Obviously, this game hasn't gone the way they would have liked, but coaches are always looking for positive moments and things that you can build on. How about that young man going out, getting an interception? Yeah, they're being blown out. He's probably not going to win this football game, but that is the type of play that as a coaching staff you can build on for next week's game.
Pocket starts to collapse. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
This offensive line is not going to like watching the film back tomorrow when they get the opportunity, because they have gotten beat time and time again up front, especially in passing situations. All of the hits, all of the sacks this quarterback has taken is the biggest reason why they're going to lose this game.
That one comes out hot down the right side. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. The Tigers want to move quickly.
Let's go. We got some life. We made a big play, something to build off of. We need a lot of points, and we need them quickly. Time's running out. We're trailing big in this ball game.
Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be third down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On third down, he drops to throw. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up.
At this point in the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here, because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Unloads to the wideout. Tremendous awareness along the sideline and the ability to get the foot down for the big pickup.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it, and now a fresh set of downs.
From the red zone, looking for a man. And it's another interception as his assault on the record book continues. Got some room to run. Touchdown, Tigers! And this defense coming up with points of their own. What an interception return. That score will give them a little more room to operate here in the fourth quarter as they go for their sixth straight win. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. UTEP is down right now inside the Sun Bowl, but this young man under center today has shown some moxie. We could see a legend born today in El Paso. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Middle Tennessee. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, you'll see it here, guys.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. Trying to pick it up on the ground. He breaks a tackle. Just a savvy, veteran, productive run from this junior.
I think it's just too little too late, David, at this point. That's a play that they could have used a lot earlier in this game, but because of miscues, they're down by a lot late, and I don't think they're going to have enough time to claw back into the...
He's going for the big play. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game.
Makes the grab. It's Jones. Makes the catch, and he's brought down. Auburn to the line in a hurry. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. He slings it deep to the left. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game.
You know, as the head coach of this team, this is one positive you're going to take away from this game, is that your players don't quit and are still willing to fight. There's obviously a lot of things they've got to iron out offensively, and we've seen that today. But I do love the grit they're showing here late, still trying to make plays.
They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
Well, it's a good time to mix in the run play. You're down, it's late in the 4th quarter right now, and everyone's expecting you to throw, so not a lot of defenders in the box. That's a great situation to try to run the ball.
The quarterback sneak, looking to eke out a few yards.
And nice job by this defense. You kind of knew something like this was coming. Great job. You got to get penetration. First thing you have to do is get up under that center. Make it really hard for him to go forward right now. Nice penetration, stopping the quarterback sneak in its tracks.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Pushes toward the goal line. And he crosses the goal line and gets the touchdown, but way too little, way too late. They still do count it for 6. And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
LSU 42, Auburn 14.
From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14.
First and 10.
This game's on ice. They can take a knee and run out the clock.
This offense has to feel great with how they were able to go out, execute, and perform big plays all game long. I think it's sending a statement to the future defenses down the road in the schedule. They're going to be tough to contend with.
Yeah, I mean, they got firepower, putting up so many points. This thing is easily over. Now they can just chillax, go back to the locker room, know they're going to get the victory.
They make the stop, and the clock strikes 0, and that will do it for this one. You know what's great about rivalry games? Each side hates every wretched breath the other one sucks into their greedy lungs. Figuratively speaking, of course, and when you win, oh, is that sweet.
It's glorious. To be able to brag, to be able to text message your buddies, to be able to post stuff on social media, it's a lot of fun. I think fans like it more than anybody, but it's something that every year you have a couple games starred. This was one of them, Jesse. They took care of business, and now you move on to the next.
They really did, and we saw some great individual efforts in this game by the winning team, too. So cool to see some of these players that have had terrific collegiate